Told you that son we're gonna shatter like glass. All right, I got a little job here we're gonna knock out. Gonna be running all Huskies today. I've got the 572 24-inch bar. Game plan is we're gonna take down these 4 or 5 little old bitty ones right here. It's a little oil coming over the thing there, and gum and gum. We're gonna get those down. Those small ones running through the chipper, blow them out real quick. On that side, this side over here is the one that really needs it. So they had already cut down that oak there, but that oak, you see, it's just a skeleton standing there. Man, it's a disaster waiting to happen. So I'm gonna cut it down. I'm gonna get that small one in front of it. I'm also gonna get this hickory right here that is leaning over the shed. I didn't see it the other day when I was over here looking, but there's and it may not have been there, but you see that piece came out of this dead one, and it's hung in the top of this hickory right here. I was worried that when I started monkeying with it, it might hit this lean-to, and I was going to deal with that, but it's actually out here. When I walked over and looked at it, no, got a different angle on it. It's several feet away from it, so if it falls, no biggie. It ain't gonna hit the lean-to or anything. So we're gonna get these down. I'm gonna be I'll take the hickory home. I'm gonna cut up some of this one for them for fire pit wood. On up in the top, I'll take all the butt section of it home with me, and then we've got a white oak out there that has died. They filled in around it. This is kind of a newer construction that's been here about 2 years now, and when they built the driveway in here, they filled around the tree a little bit. And if you want to guarantee to kill a tree, fill in around it and it'll kill it every time. You know, that's just what, 4 or 5 pieces right there, but I don't have to deal with them, man. They're gone just like that. You know, you start putting stuff like that in a dump trailer hauling the hole, man, you start taking up a lot of room, and you just fire the chipper up, feed it in there real quick. I'll do the same thing over here. I'm fixing to move the chipper down here. Well, I'll probably set it right over there, shoot it toward that dead snag right there, and grab this stuff up to get it out of my way where I can, so I'm not tripping over stuff. And then I'll deal with getting that oak and that hickory down. All right, so I got everything out. Went over there and just picked this whole hickory up, brought it out. I'm gonna cut it up here, right up there before it gets that fork. I'll chip through all that, and I'll take this home with me, and it'll be firewood for somebody. And of course I'll do the same thing on that one. I'll take all the logs all the way up till it gets up there toward the top of it. Fire the old chipper up. It should grab that one and pull it. We'll move the chipper back over here, get it out of the way, and then we're going to deal with those two trees right there, that hickory and that very dead oak. Pull some of this throw line out. I'm not going to shoot this one up, I'm just going to throw it up. I prefer the 12-ounce throw weights. This one here is about, it ain't too far from coming on apart, but, it really don't matter as long as I get up there around one of the forks up there. That's all that matters. I'm just going to throw it up and try to go over one of them is all. So that wasn't edited or anything. That was the first throw. Got it right where I wanted it. Or, you know, it's fine. As long as it's in the top, it does not matter. It's a good spot. So I always tie mine like this, man. That way it just comes right off. Sometimes you'll throw the weight off, but most of the time you won't. So get asked a lot, you know, ropes I use. This is primarily use a 1/2-inch stable braid, and this is it. This one here is ready for retirement. There's no telling how much stuff I have pulled with this rope and worked through the quarter wrap. So I just throw a choke in it, pull it back a little ways, let it choke. But there are some really bad spots on this rope. I've burned it several times. Like I said, I'm gonna make a few more pulls with this rope and then I'm gonna retire. always a good feeling when it comes on over. I could actually pull this tree with this stuff right here. I'm moving that tree 4 or 5 feet, just pulling the stable braid over. It. She's there. So I want to show you something here. You see that limb over there shaking. All right, watch how much I can pull this tree. See, you could actually have a man out here on this road with that rope all the way up in the top of it and pull it over by hand. And see, that limb is still not come out yet. What's going to happen is when I cut it and it comes by this dead oak, it's probably going to knock it out and it'll end up falling right behind that stump right there where the saw's sitting. But you see how much leverage that you got on that thing? I mean, it's just crazy. And like I said, you could pull it over with that little throw line over there. It's rated for like 550 pounds, and I'm not even putting 550 on it. They're pulling on it. So some cool stuff. Always remember, a hinge is very strong front to back, side to side it's pretty weak. All right, on trees like this, it's back leaning over the lean-to, and then the top actually curves back out over it several feet. We'll get over here and maybe the sun won't be too bad where you can just kind of see it from the side view. What'll happen a lot of times on trees like this, and it's happened to me and Chris I think 3 different times now, is as you're pulling it opposite from the lean, a lot of times if there's enough limbs or the top's curved over, once it gets to a certain point coming back this way, then the limbs and stuff, they want to try to twist or do something, and it'll side load that hinge. So a lot of times, rather than it falling right in line with the way the hinge goes on it, it'll kind of meander off at a 45 or something like that, which is fine as long as there's nothing, you know, out here to hit. But you got to be really careful on those to keep that from so that you don't hit something. All right, I'm gonna tie it off to the mini here and get it anchored off. There should be some bad spots in it here as I pull this thing back. No, they're gonna be on up. You can see where this rope and all that's porter wrap from the run it through the porter wrap so many times. Well, the porter wrap and just dang heavy pieces, letting them down, friction on them, you know, because I have had it so heavy that it'll just melt like a candy cane corkscrew around the porter wrap, just a layer of plastic, you know. So I mean, this rope's been compromised, and again, it's ready to be retired, but it'll be fine for this. It ain't gonna break. So right here, I just put a bowline in it, throw it over the ball, got it connected. Over there, I've got a running bowline on it with a Yosemite backup. We're gonna tension her up. We're gonna back up and watch the tree move. I could clay root that tree as high up as I am in it right there if I wanted to, but it would knock that post up out of the darn ground over there on that lean too. So on the stable braids, on the rig and stuff, all you're going to be tying is going to be bowlines, running bowlines, and you'll use sheets bend, sheets, S-H-E-E-T-S, sheets bend, for like connecting two ropes together. It's a very handy knot for that to get a rope up quick. Clove hitches are freaking awesome. There's two different ways that you can tie a clove hitch. I use a clove hitch like on the rail of the lift, just to hold rope. It's really quick, fast, won't go. A lot of rigging situations you use them too. So you can see I've actually pulled that tree over this way. See, there's the dead piece. Like I said, when it hits this oak, that piece is going to drop right there. Part of a 5-step filling plan. Look for hazards. That's right there at the top of the 5-step filling plan. It's the stuff that you don't think about that'll get you, and it takes a long time to get seasoned up enough to where you're thinking about that stuff. So just keep your eye on it as you walking back to the machine if you're doing it solo like I am. So I cheated the notch over just a little bit to this side. You can see it right there, not in line with the rope, a little over this way. Because a lot of times, again, that hinge on a leaner like that, watch that limb come out over there. No, it didn't. It won't come right around that tree. There it goes. It just fell right there. There's my boom a little bit. It's falling, it just don't know it. The notch closed about when the tree was just a few feet off the ground right there. All right, so this one, I'm just over that little snag right there is all I am, but I'm not gonna base tie this one. I'm going around the tree with the end of the rope. I'm gonna tie running bowline on it right here. And this will be the line going back to the mini. So I'll tie a running bowline on it right here, and then I'll pull it, and it'll pull all the way up and it'll choke up there. Because see, what would happen is if I base tied this thing right here, as soon as I put some pressure on it, it would snap that little snag out that the rope's over. But with it being a running bowline, it's going to pull the choke all the way back up there, and it's going to choke it up there, and so I'll be good. So and then we're going to tie a Yosemite back up on it. So there's the Yosemite. All right, now we can pull it, and I'll show you. Let's see it going up. And it don't matter where it kind of ends up there. There we go. It's gonna go all the way. All right, so see, it's there. I don't have this in tension real tight. Basically, all I'm gonna do is just hold in that tree for now. I'm gonna cut it and then back cut it. get my hinge and then get back on the mini and ease her on over. That's one of them that's going to shatter like glass when it hits the ground too. So you can see what I've done. I'm up about 2.5 inches on a stump shot right there on that one. See it just moving it real easy. Yes, y'all. Told you that some of them were gonna shatter like glass. Hate those trees like that. gonna cut that up for firewood for him, is what I'm about to do with it. I'm just gonna chunk it up about 18-inch pieces and let it ride, let it all end up right there.